What's up, everybody? I'm playing a bounty tournament today at Suits Poker Club in Brownsville, Texas. There's about 13 buy-ins, so it's a short, small tournament. Hope you enjoy. Check it out. So like any tournament, I'm folding tons of hands, just waiting for something that I can play in a position I can play it in. And that brings us to the small blind with ace of spades, two of spades. Definitely not my favorite hand to play out of position, but I'm going to go ahead and call a $700 bet from late position, and then we get two callers behind us, giving us a pot of $2,300. Now I make a mistake and I don't get the flop filmed on here, but we basically get a rainbow board without a single club on it, all middle, 9, 10, whatever, straighty kind of board, and our cutoff here decides to make it 2,500, and I elect to just let her go, because I'm not wasting chips on this hand no more. Honestly, I think my mistake is that I didn't raise this hand pre-flop. I could have maybe went heads up to a flop and then bluffed at any flop, but I made the mistake of calling like an amateur, so then when I face aggression, I have to let it go. I have no story. So here I am in the small blind with queens. That's a pretty good spot to be in. We get a call from our middle position, a call from red jacket here on the left. Then it folds around to me, and I decide to bump it up to 2,500, punish the limpers. One of our limpers decides to fold, sorry to see him go, and we get one call from red jacket here, and we go to a flop. Now we get a queen, 4, ace, rainbow board. I up to check. I'm feeling like I'm trying to trap, and I want an ace to raise here. Pocket fours to raise here. I don't think I'm against pocket aces because he didn't raise me pre-flop. He makes it 3,000. I want to shove, but I make sure he calls by saying, "Man, I can't shake this feeling that you bluffed me last hand, and now you feel like you can pull it off again." All right, all of it.
All in.
He tanks a very short tank and then says, "You're probably good, but I'm gonna call," which I always find interesting when people know that they're beat, yet they still call. So anyway, he calls, and then we decide to go to a turn in a river. I'm feeling pretty good. He's got to go runner to beat me because he ends up showing absolutely nothing. King 9 offsuit. I don't understand what his goal here was. I guess he was catching a bluff with king high. Hits a 9 on the turn, but I'm still good, so we take a big pot. So I'm going to open with jack 10 off under the gun +1, just playing like a fish, just a fish around, swimming with the other fishes. And my $2,500 gets called by middle position, and then it gets called by the big blind, which brings us to a flop. I'm contemplating my life choices, especially my choice to open with jack 10 offsuit under the gun +1. Big blind check, so I decide to check, and then the player behind me shoves all in for 5,500, and there's absolutely nothing I can do but to fold this garbage hand I should have never played in the first place. I love burning money. But now I decide once more that I'm just not quite done giving away chips yet, so here I am with the cutoff with queen jack. Now this would be an open shove at around 10 big blinds, which I'm at 14, so I can open shove with this. I elect to do a small raise of 3,000, which the player on the big blind decides to shove all in. Now easy fold here. Just let the cards go. You don't need to get sticky with it. This is not even suited. I mean, what are we thinking? No way we can call. So I decide I'm going to call, and we go to a flop. Though I'm honestly so embarrassed that I even called this hand, and now I have to show it to everybody, that I don't even film the flop. But don't worry, nothing happens on the flop. He turns over ace king, and he's way good. I lose the hand. And now I have to rebuy because I'm out of chips. But then I realize, holy crap, I still have 700 in chips, and I wake up in the next hand to pocket 3s, so maybe I can get this whole stack back with one hand. Everybody's gonna call my all in, and I'm gonna be back to a starting stack. Here we go. I shove all in. So I only get 2 callers, meaning I can only possibly win $2,100, which is not enough. I'm hoping to lose this hand now so I can rebuy to a starting stack of 10,000, and it's looking like I'm going to lose because everything's over. I guess the 2-2-3 flop couldn't happen, which we didn't want anyway. We want to lose this hand, which we do with honor and dignity like a boss. We lose it to King 10 suited, and then we go to the rebuy counter. Walk of shame, walk of shame. So pretty quickly after buying back in, I wake up to Ace King suited. I only have 10 big blinds, so I think we all know what time it is. It's time to shove. The player next to me, who happens to be my daughter, she's asking about her small stack size, and she's asking, should I shove all in with pretty much anything at this point? To which I have to respond, already having looked at my cards, I can't help you, babe. You're on your own. She decides to fold, thank God, and I show her my hand, and she gives a giggle, because, whoops, you can't ask other players at the table what you should do when they're holding cards. You just can't do that. So good lesson from my daughter. I shove all in. I get a caller. Villain has 10-10, so we're at a coin flip. Again, I missed the flop. I'm so sorry. I'll try to do better next time, guys. I'm just starting out with this vlog stuff. I barely know how to play poker, so take it easy on me. The 10s end up holding as the board just completely burns me, says sayonara, screw you, and I have to rebuy once again because the player had me covered. This time I don't have to do the walk of shame because they let me buy in at the table, which is nice of them. I don't like people looking at my butt when I walk away in sorrow. So I have chips ready to go to the next hand. Let's go. So a couple hands go by. I win a small pot, that's why I'm at 11. Didn't get it on camera. I have ace 7 and the big blind. Player immediately behind me decides to shove. We are 5-handed. There's only 5 left in the tournament, so I think this is a good spot for me to make a call because everyone else folds. So I call and we go to a flop. Hoping to eliminate my first player, win myself a bounty chip. Oh yeah, did I mention this is a bounty tournament? Well, it's a bounty tournament. So I'm hoping I can get this player outs because I want to win that 10 bucks. I'm already in for 3 buy-ins, feeling pretty bad about it. We get a pretty good flop, just kidding, it's crap. And then we get an ace on the river. Finally hitting some outs, ready to go. We're 4-handed now. I've got queen 8 on the button. I decide to shove all in to get a bunch of folds from some tight players. My plan works like a charm. Our starting stack is progressing and building beautifully. So here I am with ace 8 under the gun. I think this is an easy shove. Blinds are 4,000 now, so there's a lot of money just to be won. I could easily get it folds. And also the big blind is short stacked, which does elect to call, so I'm going heads up to the short stack. He flips over, pocket 5, so we have a flip on our hands. I'm a little bit behind. I'd feel better with ace king, ace queen kind of hands, but ace 8's gonna have to get it done for me. We go to a flop. Let's do it. So we have nothing on the flop. Ooh, the turn gives us the flush draw. Dreams can come true. Can they? Can I make it happen? With one hope, with a bunch of outs, I get it done. So we eliminate a player. We are 3-way. I get queen 3 on the small blind. I want to buy as many blinds from these fellas because they like to fold. They're pretty tight players, so I shove all in, and I get fold. Sometimes this game is too easy. Just gobble trying to get all those blinds. So now I have 8-3 suited on the big blind. I want to get that big blind back as fast as possible. And when the player simply completes, just calls, I decide to shove again, and then he folds. So Larry's the dude with the hat on. He decides to shove. I make a fold here. He's a pretty tight player. There's no way I have him beat. So we let these cards go. I lose my small blind, and we're off to the next hand. I'm disappointed to have to fold my button. Jack 4 off is just not strong enough. Now with the big blind, I get queen, deuce, offsuit, and I elect to check this through. The small blind just completed, so there's no raise to face. And I figure I've got a big card on here. Maybe I get lucky, and I can always bluff on the flop. I know that these guys fold really, really heavy. So we go to a flop. I make it 6,000 because we do hit the queen and the 2. Now here I think I made a mistake. I think I should have just checked again and hoped that maybe he bluffed on the turn or the river. Maybe I can get some more chips out of this hand. So one of my big mistakes of this tournament. So I get a similar hand, queen 6 on the small blind. I elect to just complete after the button folds. Get to a flop. I know that I can beat this player on the flop. He's really tight, so if he checks, I feel like any flop I can bet on, which he does. We go to a flop, which I forget to film because I'm the best blogger. Anyway, I decide to bet 6,000, and he just lets it go after a short tank. Another easy hand. I'm a pro poker player. So I try something a little bit sneaky with this hand. I'm on the small blind with king 10, which is clearly a hand to raise, but I elect just to complete the small blind and let him either shove or check it through. I can bluff on the flop. He shoves, I call. We're looking real good here, real good. So we go to a flop. I'm pretty excited, feeling like I'm gonna take second place at least. And then we flop a 10, he flops an 8. I'm debating buying a plane ticket to Vegas. I want to go play the World Series of Poker because I'm the best there ever was. Nobody can beat me. What a good decision. Oh my God, I want to cry. What am I doing here? Why do I play this stupid, stupid game? I should just go home and, oh my God, I'm good again. And we take it down. I'm the best poker player. I win $240 for second place when we decide to chop. Holy crap, take it down. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like Miracle Rivers, why don't you hit that like and subscribe button. I'm gonna get better at making these videos, and you don't want to miss out on that. So, see you guys next time.